What's going on, guys? HK Titan here with a brand new video for you guys. But first things first, as always, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today's video, we're going to be jumping back into our Bloons Tower Defense 6 walkthrough / playthrough / guide. And for today's guide, we're going to be jumping onto Town Center half cache mode. So for this mode, I will have my monkey knowledge turned off, and I will be using Oben as my hero. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Alright, so much similar to our other half cache guides, of course we are only going to be able to afford a singular dart monkey to start. So needless to say, on round 4 we are definitely going to lose a couple of lives. So that is to be expected. So before we jump into it, I do want to say, if you guys have any monkey knowledge whatsoever, it will greatly benefit you guys if you turn it on, because it will probably result in you losing less lives, as well as being able to place down a couple more towers. So as you guys can see, we're getting this big rush of blue balloons here, and this is where we're going to lose all of our lives here. And of course it's expected. Unfortunately, we're not able to afford a second tower to help deal with those balloons, but as soon as we finish this round, we're going to be able to place down a singular or another dart monkey that's going to be able to help us out here. And now that we have this second dart monkey, we definitely have a lot more popping power in dealing with the blue balloons as dealing with the yellow and pink balloons as well. Now the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be saving up for a third dart monkey. So as long as these two dart monkeys can hold out, we will be perfectly fine. If we lose a couple more lives, it's not that big a deal. I'm actually expecting to drop down probably to around 70 lives before this thing's fully done, because we need to have certain amounts of money in order to afford certain balloons. So again, if we are unable to afford certain towers by certain rounds, then that's where we get a little bit of an issue. But as you guys can see, we now have 3 dart monkeys, which is going to put us in a very good position. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come to this dart monkey on the far left, and we're going to change his targeting over to strong. Now at this point, we are going to want to save up for our Oben. It is going to take us a few rounds in order to actually save up for our Oben, and this is where we could lose a couple of lives when we're dealing with a lot of the green balloons, and we're dealing with the yellow and pink balloons as well, because unfortunately we only have a couple of dart monkeys here. And the dart monkeys, although they are great towers to start with, they're not that great in dealing with massive rushes of balloons, hence why we're saving up for our Oben. Alright, but anyways guys, while we're saving up for our Oben, I wanted to say thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. 2020 has been an amazing year for the channel, as I've said in previous videos. But anyways guys, I wanted to say thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. You guys have been absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see what 2021 is going to bring us, especially with Bloons Tower Defense 6. But anyways guys, let's go ahead and jump back into the guide. We can almost afford to buy our Oben. So as soon as we can afford to buy our Oben, we're going to go ahead and place him down. We're going to be going with a Oben, Bloons, Necromancer, Recursive Cluster, Monkey Sub. There's quite a few towers that we're going to be able to, or that we're going to need to place down throughout this guide. But as long as you guys are paying attention, you guys really shouldn't struggle too much with this guide. Also, I cannot stress it enough, if you guys do have any monkey knowledge whatsoever, make sure to turn it on, because it will greatly improve your success rate in this half cache guide. Alright, and we can almost afford to buy our Oben. So as soon as we can afford to buy our Oben, again, we want to place him down, preferably on round 13. So where we place our Oben, we're going to go ahead and place him right here. Again, if you guys place him down on round 13, he will gain one level as soon as you progress to round 14. So right now, our Oben is stronger than if we would have placed him on round 14. So make sure you guys place him down on round 13, because that's going to level him up faster. Alright, now that we have our Oben placed down, we're going to go ahead and save up to buy a ninja, because of course we're going to be dealing with camo balloons here in a couple of rounds. So by buying a ninja monkey, is going to allow us to deal with the camo balloons. Also, I said we're going to be going with the Bloons strat, so the Bloons strat is a great strat to use, as well as it is a great tower by itself. Alright, and there we go. Now we can afford to buy our ninja, so we're just going to place our ninja right below our Oben, as far to the left as we can get him, like so, and now we can go ahead and fast forward again. Now what we're going to be doing with this ninja, because we're not going to be able to afford Bloons before round 40, we are going to be buying Ninja Discipline, then we're going to be upgrading to Sharp Shurikens. Following Sharp Shurikens, we're going to be buying Seeking Shurikens as well. Again, because the ninja Discipline and Sharp Shurikens is a great combo, and the Seeking Shurikens will ensure that our ninja is getting the most pops for his upgrades. Alright, and as you guys can see, the Ninja Monkey is doing a great job in dealing with these balloons, of course paired with Oben as well. Alright, and we should be able to afford our Sharp Shurikens right now. Awesome. Now we need to save up $270 to buy these Seeking Shurikens. So guys, there are a couple of upgrades that we definitely need to have by certain rounds, and I will let you guys know the most important rounds. The biggest rounds that you're going to have to deal with is round 60. Round 60 is a make or break, because if you do not have recursive cluster by round 60, then the BFB will be a little bit too much for our towers to deal with. So before round 60, we will end up selling our dart monkeys here. But don't worry, guys. If you guys are following along, you guys won't have any issues in dealing with round 60. Alright, so this is a kind of a beefy round here. Unfortunately, I believe we are going to lose 1 or 2 lives here. Because unfortunately we don't have a lot of popping power here, but once we get this double shot on our Ninja Monkey, we are going to be setting well off, and then we're going to be saving up to buy our Moab Mauler, because we do need a little bit of Moab popping power, especially dealing with half cash mode, and the Moab Mauler is a great tower to use for the price. Plus, it's a tower that we can have on the field for the entirety of the guide. Alright, and we should be able to afford our our bomb shooter here in just 1 second. And there we go. Awesome. So what we're going to do with this bomb shooter is we're going to place him at the very top right corner of this little section right here. And then the first upgrade that we're going to be buying is we're going to be buying faster reload. So as soon as we can afford to buy faster reload, we're going to go ahead and do so, which it shouldn't take us too long to save it, because now we're starting to get up there in rounds. Alright, and now we should be able to afford bigger bombs here in just 1 second, because following faster reload, we're going to go ahead and buy the bigger bombs. Following bigger bombs, then we're going to go ahead and buy missile launcher. Following missile launcher, that's when we're going to go ahead and buy the Mauler. Alright, and the Mauler, again, is a super cheap tower. Like I was saying, if you guys have a bunch of monkey knowledge unlocked, then the Moab, or you actually get cheaper discounts on some towers. Like if you guys want to go with a monkey sub, the monkey sub would actually be a super cheap tower to go with for round 40. But unfortunately, because the monkey sub is $350, and the upgrades, you guys basically get where I'm going with this. But anyways, guys, I do want to start getting into some of the harder half cash modes. But the only downside of getting into some of the harder half cash modes is that some of them may require us to use some monkey knowledge, and that's what I'm trying to avoid doing. I'm trying to avoid using a bunch of monkey knowledge in these half cash guides. But because because some of the maps, like I was saying, are a little bit harder on half cash mode, we will definitely need to start using some monkey knowledge at some point. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and throw down a Wizard Monkey right now. Of course, the Wizard Monkey is just going to add to our popping power. Also, I want to throw down a Brambles. Hopefully we did not get good placement on the Brambles, but we should be perfectly fine. Alright, awesome. So the Brambles ended up getting a couple of pops here, and we were able to deal with round 40 with no issues. Alright, awesome. So now the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be upgrading this Wizard Monkey here. We're going to buy Fireball first, then we're going to buy Intense Magics, and then we're going to buy Monkey Sense. Following Monkey Sense, we're going to save up for Wall of Fire, and then following Wall of Fire, that's when we're going to upgrade our Ninja Monkey to Bloon Jitsu. Of course, because the Wall of Fire is an amazing upgrade to have, it deals a lot of damage to these loose balloons here. The only problem with the Wizard Monkey himself is he does have a little bit of, or actually his Wall of Fire is a little bit RNG. But as long as the Wall of Fire gets a few pops for you, then it's good. Then it basically did its job. Alright, and it shouldn't take us too long to actually afford Bloon Jitsu. As soon as we can afford to buy Bloon Jitsu, we're going to go ahead and purchase it. Again, probably around the end of round 46, I think that's when we're going to be able to afford our Bloon Jitsu, which is going to be perfect because round 47 is when we get a big rush of camo balloons. Alright, and round 47, and there we go. Now we have our Bloons Jitsu perfect. Next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to be upgrading our Wizard Monkey to the Necromancer Unpopped Army. Because, of course, the Necromancer Unpopped Army is a very, very good upgrade to have. The only issue is that we definitely are not going to be able to afford the Prince of Darkness, which isn't that big a deal because we just want a small amount of popping power to actually come from our Necromancer Unpopped Army. Between the recursive cluster that we're going to get and the Bloons Jitsu, the Necromancer Unpopped Army is going to do more than enough damage to these balloons. Alright, and as you guys can see, we can almost afford to buy our Necromancer Unpopped Army. Again, as soon as we can afford to buy it, we're going to go ahead and buy it. That way we can go ahead and start doing massive amounts of damage to these balloons. Alright, and just a little bit of money short. There we go. Now we have our Necromancer Unpopped Army. Next thing that we are going to do is we're going to be buying a monkey village. That way we can do, that way we can go ahead and upgrade to jungle drums, and we can start buying our recursive cluster. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and grab our monkey village, and we're going to place it as close to our ninja as we can get because we do want our necromancer to be within range of the monkey village. That way we can get the most bang for our buck. Alright, now we're going to be saving up to buy jungle drums. As soon as we can afford to buy our jungle drums, we're going to go ahead and buy it. Of course, as you guys can guess, the reason why we want to buy jungle drums is going to increase our tower's attack speed, and it's going to increase the popping power. On top of the tier 3 monkey village is going to buff our recursive cluster when we actually buy the recursive cluster. Alright, and remember guys, before round 60, we need to have the recursive cluster, so just keep that in the back of your head, because we are going to be selling a couple of our dart monkeys to actually be able to afford the recursive cluster before round 60. Alright, and we should be able to afford to buy our bomb shooter. Awesome. So what we want to do with this bomb shooter is we want to place it right in the middle of the pass like so. And then we're going to go ahead and upgrade it to recursive cluster. We're not going to buy bigger bombs just yet because, again, if we cannot afford to buy recursive cluster on round 60, then unfortunately we will lose to the BFB because there are a lot of ceramic balloons that come out of the BFB. So again, recursive cluster is a must for round 60. Alright, and as you guys can see, round 58, we have a round and a half in order to afford our recursive cluster. We are going to be selling our dart monkeys towards the end of round 59 in order to afford to buy our recursive cluster. Alright, and let's go ahead and pay attention here because we want to make sure that we're paying attention to when round 59 ends. Alright, so now let's go ahead and sell our dart monkey, and there's our recursive cluster. Then let's go ahead and sell these two dart monkeys as well. And we're a little bit of money short, so we're going to be trying to upgrade to bigger bombs as soon as we possibly can. Also, let's go ahead and place down our Oben's Brambles, and then we're going to go ahead and buy bigger bombs as soon as we have enough money to do so. And there you go, guys. We officially passed round 60, so we are good for the rest of the game. Now let's go ahead and upgrade to heavy bombs. And now that we have heavy bombs, we are sitting in a very, very, very strong position. But we do need a little bit more popping power against camo balloons, especially when we start getting into the round 70 plus. Alright, and it shouldn't take us too long to afford the radar scanner. As soon as we can afford to buy our radar scanner, we're going to go ahead and do so, because that will instantly increase our popping power against the camo balloons. Then following the radar scanners, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and save up for an Alchemist to go ahead and buff our towers even more. Alright, and there we go. Now we can officially afford to buy our radar scanner. Again, the next thing that we're going to be going from this point on is we're going to go ahead and save up for a Alchemist. Now, the Alchemist is a very, very expensive investment, especially in half cash mode. But I believe it's 100% worth it. Alright, and there we go. We're going to go ahead and place down our Alchemist right here. We're only going to end up buffing our recursive cluster, our Bloons Jitsu, and our Oben. We do not need to buff our Necromancer Unpopped Army because the Necromancer is a very good tower by itself. So I feel like it would be a little bit of a waste of money to try and actually buff the Necromancer, because we only need him to deal with some balloons. We're not relying on him to be our primary popping power. Alright, and again, from this point on, we are just saving up to buy the Berserker Brew. Following Berserker Brew, we're going to be saving up for Stronger Stimulant. And this is where the hefty investment comes in, because Stronger Stimulant is $3,240. So again, it is definitely a lot of money, especially in half cash mode, but the amount of buffs that it actually gives your recursive cluster, it gives your Bloons Jitsu, and it gives your Oben, I believe that is 112% worth it. But anyways, guys, while we are waiting to afford our Stronger Stimulant, I know I already said it once in this video, but again, I just want to say thank you again so much for the support on the channel over this past year. You guys have been absolutely amazing. From the feedback at the beginning of the year, which brought our channel to where we are now, to the positivity in the comments below, to the likes and everything, you guys have been absolutely amazing. I wish there was more that I could do to give back to you guys, but right now, the most I can do is just give these guides to you guys at a relative quick pace. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and jump back in, because now we have our Stronger Stimulant. Next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be saving up to buy our Faster Throwing. So as soon as we can afford to buy our Faster Throwing, we're going to go ahead and do so. Alright, there we go. There's our Faster Throwing. Now the next thing that we are going to be doing is we are going to be saving up for a monkey sub. Because round 80 is going to be really tough for our towers to deal with, because we're going to be dealing with a ZOMG. I got absolutely terrible placement with this monkey sub. Ideally, we would place it down here a bit more. That way it could see all the way throughout the entire map. But we'll go ahead and make do with it here, because we basically want the monkey sub to do massive damage to the ZOMG himself. And if everything goes according to plan, we should be able to afford the armor piercing darts before round 80. We still have 6 rounds to go, so it shouldn't be too hard to save up for. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a fast forward bit until round 79, and I'll go ahead and bring you guys back. Alright, guys, it is officially round 78, and as you guys can see, we have afforded the armor piercing darts. I also want to take these last 2 rounds to apologize for the stutter that I had in this video. Some days are worse than others, and today just seems to be one of those days where I just get like caught up on some of my words. I know most of you guys probably have like seen it in the past, and I wanted to say thank you guys so much for putting up with it. I know it can get a little bit frustrating for you guys at times. So again, I just wanted to apologize and say thank you guys for putting up with it. But there we go. Now we upgraded to a Moab Assassin, which will help us in dealing damage to the ZOMG itself, along with the monkey sub that we have. We're also going to go ahead and use Oben's Brambles here to do a little bit more damage to the balloons, just to ensure our victory. Alright, there we go. Now we can go ahead and activate the Moab Assassin one more time, and there we go, guys. We have officially beaten half cash mode on Town Center. So guys, I want to say thank you guys so very much for watching the video, and I hope it helped you guys out. But anyways, guys, you already know what time it is. I hope you guys have the most amazing day of your lives, and I will see you guys in the next one.